let's face it, living in a vehicle in the winter sucks. You're gonna be cold. You can have the best insulation in the world. I don't care, unless you're running your heater 24 hours a day, which I don't do. I guess some people do. You're gonna be cold a lot and it's gonna suck. Right now, today is January 18th, which is statistically the coldest day of the year in Boston. I got that from the National Weather Service. So of all the winter doldrums, you could say that today is the doldrummiest. It's the bass drum of winter. So what I do in these dark and trying times is think about the path ahead, since this is the nadir of winter right here. I think it's all going to be uphill from here. I put together a list of some milestones that we can look forward to over the next couple of months. I call it the path to spring. Yeah, let me start by just reiterating that today, January 18th, the coldest day of the year in Boston, but not everywhere. I actually found this really cool graphic on climate.gov that gives you the coldest day of the year in basically every city of the US. Now, I found that the latest coldest day of the year is in a town called Paradise, Michigan. I think it's in the Upper Peninsula. It's February 16th is the coldest day of the year in that town. The earliest coldest day of the year is December 14th in Refuge, Oregon. I find that kind of interesting because that's even before the winter solstice, when winter officially starts. But generally that range from December 14th to February 16th is just hell, and today is the bottom point of that. But the next day we can look forward to here in Boston is February 2nd, just a week and a half from now. That's because February 2nd is the first day of 2025 in a while that the sun sets after 5 p.m. That's huge for me as someone who likes the light, and well, I like the dark, I guess, but I like the light when I get out of work. So that's the first day I can look forward to that. Soon after that, the next milestone is February 3rd. February 3rd is the exact halfway point of winter this year. I believe there were 11 days of winter in December, and then 31 in January, 28 in February, and another 20 in March. 45 days from the winter solstice, whether you're going forward or backward, comes to exactly February 3rd, the halfway point of winter. The next milestone we can look forward to, because we need something to look forward to, I know I do, is February 17th. February 17th is the first day that the daily average temperature exceeds 32 degrees. Yes, the freezing point, 0 degrees Celsius. For the record, the last time the average daily temperature was above freezing here in Boston was December 22nd. So it's been a long couple of months of average temperatures below freezing. Man, I really don't like the cold. I don't know if it's just me getting old, or the fact that I don't have like any body fat, or the fact that I live in a vehicle, or just a combination of all three things. I cannot stand being cold. I just have no tolerance for it anymore. I don't know if I can withstand another winter. The whole reason I did that road trip down to Florida and back was just to investigate what it would be like living in an extreme opposite environment. And yeah, I need an air conditioner unit for that Florida trip. That might be coming soon. I've got a sponsor. That's a future video. Anyway, the next milestone after February 17th is March 1st. That's simply the first month that doesn't end with a Y or an R in 7 months. Yeah, since August, it's all been and E. And that's huge to me because that's like something different, I guess. You know, I'm looking for anything that just gives me a path out of this trying cold and time. And March 1st is just like a big day to me, you know? Next would be March 9th. This is really big. March 9th is the time change when we start daylight savings time, which is the summer period that goes until November. And the sun sets an hour later. The sun will set after 6 p.m. on that same day, March 9th. Man, I am so looking forward to that. I'm of the opinion that the whole daylight savings thing, setting our clocks back in the winter, is a terrible idea. As I understand it, the House of Representatives passed a bill banning that 10 years ago, and the Senate refuses to pass it. I don't know why. You know, not most countries of the world actually do this daylight savings, but a lot don't, and a few states actually don't. I think Arizona doesn't do the whole daylight savings thing. Another reason for me to move to Arizona. Heat, no daylight savings time. How much fun would that be? Yeah, that's March 9th. And then the last milestone is, of course, March 20, also known as the vernal solstice, the first day of spring. I think it officially starts at 1 in the afternoon or something. That's when the sun is directly over the equator, and from there enters the Tropic of Cancer. Yeah, I guess I needed to do this video because I've done a lot of videos lately about being cold and whining about being cold and crying about the winter. And this has been an unseasonably cold winter in Boston. November actually it was unseasonably cold in November. We had a big snowstorm 2 weeks even before Thanksgiving. I did a video about it, called it my first big winter challenge or something. Tons of snow, got down in the negative single digits, and that was even before Thanksgiving happened. And then Thanksgiving itself, we had another snowstorm. I slept in a Walmart parking lot that night, so November sucked. December was also unseasonably cold. Not a lot of snowstorms, thankfully, but a lot of bitter, cold Arctic blasts. So now that we're more than halfway through January, I feel like I've paid my dues with winter already, you know what I mean? I put in 3 months, and it's just going to be another 3 months because winters are so long up here. February sucks, March sucks, April sucks too, pretty much. It doesn't start getting warm, non-winter coat weather, until May up here in New England. So, yeah, I needed something to look forward to. Those milestones are huge. I'll be counting it by the week. Actually, there's no milestone next week, but I think next week is Robert Burns' birthday, the famous Scottish poet, one of my favorite poets. So there's something to look forward to next week. Yeah, so spring will end. Like I said, if you can survive winter in a vehicle, then you can do anything. It battle hardens you. I think if you're considering starting van life, whether you're moving into a van or an RV, getting rid of your house or something, do it in May or June or something, right after the winter ends, so you have lots of good, warm, solid months to get into the swing of it, get the hang of it. When the Mayflowers came over, when the Pilgrims came over on the Mayflower, they didn't get here until October or November or something. And you wonder why more than half of them died. They did not plan well their van life, their boat life, which is much the same thing. So, yeah, I think I'm just rambling at this point. That's because it's been a long week. I'm actually recording this after midnight, January 18th. I'm going to post this later today. I just did my cross-state drive back from Boston, back towards Western Mass. I haven't gotten some mail lately. I'm starting to get kind of anxious because the last package I got, the tire chains didn't come. I'm supposed to get some new stuff for YouTube, like just paper mail. It didn't come. I'm gonna check the post office tomorrow. Hopefully that's all set. And this is a 3-day weekend. Thank the Lord it's a 3-day weekend, because I need a third day so bad. You know how hard it has been for me, the grind at my job? Like, our whole quarterly fiscal cycle just started again, and be getting out a video every other day. This has taken everything out of me. I might just spend this holiday catching up on sleep. But at least I have winter. I have spring to look forward to. I have my little road map out of spring that I just went over. Anyway, that's all this video was about. Yeah, I didn't have time to go on the road. I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Spring is coming. You know, just fingers crossed, hang in there. Thanks for watching. I'll be back in a couple of days. Peace out.